Let's explore the logarithmic rules out there. Hi, and welcome to Algebra Examples. Today we're going to look at a problem where we are simplifying a quantity to express a single logarithm. This one is going to have a lot of stuff that we're going to use. We're going to use all the rules for logarithms. And let's remember what those are before we even get started. So there are three basic rules for logarithms that we need to remember. The first one is that if we have natural log of x to the eighth power, that exponent can come out front of our logarithm. And I'm going to do this all in natural log, but they also apply to log base b. So that exponent comes down. Second one, if we have natural log of a divided by b, this is the same thing as natural log of a minus natural log of b, and vice versa, right? You can go in the other direction as well. The third one has to do with multiplication. If we have the natural log of a times b, this is the natural log of a plus the natural log of b. Okay, so these are the three rules that we are going to be using today to simplify this monstrosity of a quantity above. So let's start out. I'm going to rewrite our quantity down here. We have 1/3 natural log x plus 2 to the third power plus 1/2 natural log of x minus natural log of x squared plus 3x plus 2 quantity squared square bracket. Whew, that is a lot. All right, let's dig into it. Now, I think the first part of our quantity here is a little bit easier to see what we might do. We have an exponent up top. We can pop that down. So let's do that. So we're going to take this number. We can pop it out front. When we do that, we get 1/3 times 3 natural log of x plus 2. Okay. And those threes are going to cancel, and we're going to end up with just natural log of x plus 2, which is so pretty. The next part is a little bit trickier to see. Now, I know it may look like, okay, let's do the same thing. We have it squared up here. Let's pop that down, but we don't want to do that just yet because notice we have a subtraction symbol here. And when we are subtracting two natural logs and there's no numbers in front, we can just smush those two together into a fraction. So we're going to start off with that right here. We're going to turn this into x divided by x squared plus 3x plus 2 quantity squared. All right, that looks a little bit better. Now it still looks kind of messy, doesn't it? Let's rewrite it one more time. X plus 2 plus 1/2 our natural log, and then we have this whole mess up here. All right, so we do now have something where we're adding two logarithms, right? We have an addition sign in the middle, and we want to be able to smush those two together into a multiplication, but notice that there's no numbers out in front, so we want to kind of get rid of this 1/2 before we do that. Now to do that, we need to have a squared on the outside here, but we don't at the moment. So we're gonna monkey around with this a little bit. What we're going to do is we are going to remember that if we take something to the 1/2 and then we square it, we really haven't changed anything. So we're going to take that x on the top, take the square root, and then square it. What that's going to allow us to do here is now you'll notice we have, right, we've got a squared right here and a squared right there. We can pull that squared out of both the top and the bottom. So now that whole quantity is squared, which means we can take that number and pull it out to the front, which is going to allow us to cancel that with the 1/2. plus 1/2 times 2. Naturally cancel out. X to the 1/2. X squared plus 3x plus 2. Okay, and I'll write it one more time to clean this up just a little bit so we can see exactly what's going on here. X to the 1/2 over x squared plus x plus 2. So pretty. All right, now we're going to use that squishing one where we're adding things and we're going to turn it into a multiplication problem. So here's our A and here's our B when we apply our rule. So our A is this one and our B is x to the 1/2 x squared plus 3x plus 2. All right, now that looks a little bit better. We have one logarithm. Technically, we can probably stop because the question just says one logarithm, but let's go on a little bit further. You'll notice that if we look at x squared plus 3x plus 2, we can factor that, right? And notice our factors have to multiply to get us 2 and add to get us 3. And we are going to have a positive. So our two numbers are going to be plus 2 and plus 1. Pop that in there. We get our x plus 2 times our x to the 1/2 over x plus 2, x plus 1. All right. Then our x plus 2's cancel. And we are left with natural log of x to the 1/2 divided by x plus 1. Isn't that gorgeous? All right, and we have our nice little logarithm at the end there. So we can take a little bit of finagling to get things to come together, but it is well worth the wait. Thank you for listening.